Going up to the 16th floor, I just need a little more. Rocking out to Lorna Shore, making that thing swing back and forth. Look at us, we're out of sorts, thank God we're not keeping score. Losing our mind to cannibal chords, making that thing swing back and forth.
Welcome to the ANZIA stream of the Ignition Expo. I'm joined here today with Echobit as always, and Frozen.
Hello everyone.
Hello everyone.
Today the Ignition Expo is a multi-streamed race we're doing in collaboration with XGR. The Ignition Expo is a racing community event to celebrate the release of new dedicated racing craft and put the new racing craft to the test in a live race. Historically, the community has celebrated the release of the Mirai Fury LX, the Origin X1 Velocity, the Mirai Pulse LX, and today, of course, we are celebrating the release of the Aegis Dynamics Sabre Peregrine dedicated racing ship. For the first time, two racing communities are collaborating on this event. ANZIA, ourselves, and XGR have joined forces this Ignition Expo to bring you two custom lobbies today to be run side by side with a same racing start.
That's right, as what Mav has mentioned, we have two streams going on live right now, one from ANZIA Racing if you're tuning in the channel, as well as XGR. And of course, if you'd like to watch both streams in one go, we have the multi-stream link pinned in the chat as well, if you'd like to see both of them at one go. Also, to share a bit more about the endurance race, the race is originally 30 minutes long, but due to the interesting fact that the Peregrine's fuel tank would only last a couple of minutes shorter than that, we'll most likely end this race or conclude this race within the 27th or 28th minute. And also before that, we also like to take the time to thank Diplomat from SCRGG for providing everyone an amazing event registration platform for this event. For the racers who will be competing today. That's right. And of course, with this Ignition Expo in featuring the Sabre Peregrine, we have some really interesting prizes sponsored by CIG. Thank you very much for their support. And Mav, please go through the race prizes.
So today, the racers will be racing for first place will take home an Anvil Terrapin, second place will take home a Freelancer Max, and third place will take the C1 Spirit. Echo, would you like to tell us some stats about the new Sabre Peregrine?
Let's have a look at the Sabre Peregrine stats. We've got speed rating for you. So we have put this ship to the test. At the track they're going to be racing in, it's an arena commander at the winner's circle. We've designed a custom racetrack together. But the Peregrine sits, as you can see from this chart, quite low in terms of the performance of ships. It's still on the higher end of master modes, where the Mustang Gamma sits at the lowest part of master modes for racing ships. So that's about combat interceptor speed. Peregrine next from that, and that is attributed to the weight of the ship. The weight of the ship slows the Peregrine down quite a bit, but it's got a bigger fuel tank than these other racing ships, so it's actually built for endurance racing. And then you've got ships like the 350R, which are just slightly lighter, and then lighter again, the Razor M50 and Razor at the top of that. So Peregrine base speed is 304 meters per second in nav speed and 405 ms in nav boost. And it will be spending a lot of time in boost, particularly on the straights of this track. So let's have a look at the track they're going to be racing today. This is our custom Winners Circle community racetrack, the Peregrine circuit. It was designed in collaboration with XGR and ANZIA. And as you can see, it is a loop that we're going to be doing for 30 minutes. So this space here is about 8 kilometers long, maybe 10 or 12, and then back on itself. So about 24 to 30 kilometers all up. And you'll see as they go through checkpoint 1 there at the top right, where they start at the red arrow, they will be going through the antennas of these pylon structures, around and underneath the engines, and through all the tunnels that are scattered about this track, and then make a return to the center of the map. And the respawn is located at the start-finish line there, just like you would do in just normal free flight. So they have to rejoin on checkpoint 1 if they crash. So there you go, that is an overview of the Peregrine circuit. I'm going to hand it back to casters now to talk about the races in each lobby.
So today we have 2 separate lobbies again in Arena Commander. We have 24 racers in total, 12 per lobby, and the rest are race officials. Our wonderful camera operators bringing all these live views of the race. First off, in the XGR lobby, you'll be able to see all these guys racing on the XGR, part of the multi-stream. We have Jellyhead Maid with Sanguis Luna, Speedly Weed with XGR, Gerbo the Gnome with Sanguis Luna, Neojet with Sire Racing Team, Lord Intan with Hope Racing, Fedical with Turbor, IQSS with Turbor as well, Ricky Ticky with I Believe I Can Fly, Echo Vector Bravo with Echo Vector Bravo Racing, Ace Nightmare with Omega Air Sports, Commander Tenna with SROC, and Dynus with Horizon Trading Corp. Frozen, take over the ANZIA lobby, please.
Pleasure. Here are your layouts for the ANZIA lobby. We have from Sanguis Luna, Fresh 001 and Dunk, representing that team, as well as Jacodin, sorry for that. Also next online, we have Soap 1 representing Soap 1. From Turbo Corporation, we have Colbosa and Calamity 1101. We have Ordito from Black Star, followed by Nox Fardine representing the Grey Wardens. MRD Ragnar 95 from iHope Racing, Herbie representing Punch Buggy, Renlos Malik from Star Prime Racing, and DJT Geek from Black Star. And these are your layouts.
Fantastic. If you have a favorite racing team today, make sure you're shouting them out in chat. Tell us who you are cheering for. And make sure you're watching both live streams so you can follow along with their progress. Back to you, casters.
Yeah, so this race is going to be, again, it's 2 separate Arena Commander lobbies, and but they are both competing for the same prize. So we'll try to keep you up to date with what's going on in the other stream, but the best way to watch both streams is with the multi-stream link that we have pinned at the top of chat. Quickly, well,
By the looks of it, we've got some cameras up, so let's switch to them now.
Awesome. Speaking about cameras, and we'll give a quick shout out to all the staff members that have helped us out organizing this while we wait for them to organize themselves and get ready to start. First off, we like huge shout out to CIG, Ulf and Freya. They both helped us out with race support and posting this within the
Big thank you, CIG. Couldn't have done this without you, and thank you for providing the race prizes today. Really appreciate you.
And then we also have a big shout out to Diplomat with SCR.GG. He helps us host all these with his website. And if you're into racing or time trial racing, check it out at SCR.GG. On the XGR side of the broadcast, we have Aaron, and Steve CC, and then for our race directors and stuff, can you shout them out there, Frozen?
Yeah, sure thing. Alright, we have Luigi from SGR, popping up as in the XGR lobby as the race director, followed by Connor Risnick as the race official. We have Tint and Noisemees, helping out as the race directors and officials respectively within the ANZIA lobby. And of course, let's not forget the camera operators that are involved. We have Grey Fox helping out the XGR cameras, and Oleg Lime, LNDF, both supporting the camera views for the ANZIA lobby. As you can see here, we now have Oleg Lime's camera in view. The Peregrines are perfectly lined up right now. Looks like we're on track to starting in time.
Yeah, for sure.
All in the
Everybody's
grid
heard
now,
of-
so they're asked to stagger at 200 meters and then 125 meters apart and 100 meters side by side. So the first 10 will be launched from a standing start like this. They'll be given a 3, 2, 1 go. On go, they all go together through that tunnel, and then they've got to make that quick left turn to the first checkpoint.
Yeah, for sure. Well, we wait for the last couple of stragglers here. Everybody knows why I race and which ship I love the most. Frozen, why don't you tell us how you got into racing and what ship you like flying most?
Okay. Oh, that was a long time back. I was introduced to when the Snake Pit was not exactly an Arena Commander map yet. It was just doing it in PU. It was by another Australian streamer, Evolve One, and I was doing it in the Razor. And this is where I felt that, yeah, I kind of dig this gameplay loop. And then a couple of months passed, I got to hear about ANZIA Racing. I've actually joined my first event with ANZIA last year in Scarlet Apex 2953 when only distortion weapons were introduced, or rather allowed in this event. What about yourself?
Well, I've been racing, pretty much my first pledge ship there was the 350R, so I've been racing for since, well, at least attempting since 2014.
Awesome.
And then I'm just committed to the 350R here. In terms of comparison with the Peregrine, from what I found with the 350R here, is the Peregrine turns a lot better than the 350R, but it's not necessarily as fast as it. So it's going to be interesting watching what types of different strategies that the racers are going to use today in order to get around this track.
Yeah, I'm speaking about the Peregrine. I think the Peregrine's pretty much the first Aegis ship that's of the racing variant. Well, do correct me if I'm wrong. Because the next thing that comes to my mind is the Reclaimer.
For sure. It is very much the first Aegis racing ship, but I've always thought of the Raven as a racing ship because of the numbers on the side, but it definitely is a little bit harder to come by. So it's nice to have an actual dedicated racing ship from Aegis now too.
And now we finally see the
It's really
race
interesting,
standings.
isn't it? Because
Yeah.
they're traditionally a military manufacturer, but we've also seen shifts in the other direction where, like, an industrial org, like Misk, will form Mirai and then push performance as well to then go racing. So we've got multiple angles now from these dedicated racing ships. We've got military lore, we've got industrial lore, and we've got luxury lore, all producing these racing ships to compete against each other. It's kind of cool, so I hope to see more. Maybe like a Drake racing ship would be cool, you know, coming from their salvage and hatched together background. I'd love to see what they think a racing ship looks like.
That's not the Herald. It can still look like a
Oh.
shoe.
That's not the Herald.
But we
Exactly.
need something. It'd be cool to see something with just a bunch of big, just a big engine on the back and just a tiny little cockpit for everybody to run in.
Yeah, just to quote Ruganum in chat, Drake Racing will just be like NASCAR. Yeah, I think so too. Actually, could you have a view on from LNDF? Where we could provide another perspective of the lineups now. Oh, look at
There
that.
you go.
Really nice lineup here. Yeah, it looks like everyone's like all set.
Yeah, looks like everybody's all set. Just
ANZIA
fighting
lobby is
that,
confirmed. Race direction has confirmed
Nice.
that our lobby is set, and we're just waiting on XGR's status now, which we should get in a few minutes. I believe they launched just a little bit later, but by the sounds of it, we've got another call from race direction. They are ready as well, so the race should begin very shortly.
Yeah, for sure. And Echo, I don't know if you know this, but how will they have to kind of crunch in at that first little tube, the start-finish tube there, from where they started out, or will they have enough room just to stay side by side?
They have enough room. There's plenty of space in space. So that tunnel was actually designed for about 5 spacecraft worth of Sabre Peregrine in there. But typically we see in classic racing, because this is like the old Vanderbilt structure, just 2 side by side. But even then you've got a little bit of space. It's only awkward if it's like the size of a Corsair or a Constellation in there. But they will have plenty of room and also time to decide what to do with the racer behind them.
Awesome. It looks like we're about to start at any second now. Again, if you guys in chat cheering for anybody specific, just throw it in there. Definitely everybody's watching, including some of the racers. Hopefully not watching when they're
And see some
in the middle of a turn, but
love in chat, love to see it. And general love for races. Good luck everyone today. Today we are trying to find out who is the fastest at racing the Sabre Peregrine in the community. ANZIA and XGR are just the hosts of these 2 lobbies, but this is about the races. So we'll be following the results as an overall race result point of view. So the leaderboard that we've got in the top left, that is the overall results between the races. So
And they're off.
they will get mixed up, and looks like the race has begun. Let's go.
There we have Dirk leading right now, but it can be anyone's race. Neck to neck against Fresh. So what you see on the camera right now is the first checkpoint. They'll have to pass through between the 2 pylons.
yeah, importantly, also they have to be underneath the top of them too. That's one of the limits for that checkpoint specifically.
Yeah, a lot of the checkpoints in this track have really strict vertical limits, so they'll have to respect them. The second checkpoint, they'll have to fly underneath what appears to be a ginormous med pen.
That's a great comparison. It does look like that. Some pretty good views from Oleg Lime there. Everybody's still neck and neck. It's pretty easy.
And they are
and,
racing pretty close, these fast movers. Absolutely
did we
incredible.
Yep, LNDF now.
Yeah,
One
looks like
camera
we lost
feed,
one
but
of our-
we got LNDFs.
Yes, making good use of the precision mode right there.
Oh, and that ANZIA's lobby looks like Fresh is coming up first so far.
We have our
Skip
first collision. Oh dear, AC3
Iced
Nightmare.
up. That's unfortunate. They still have a little while to get back in. It's still a decent race.
Yes, for those who have, since this is an Arena Commander race, racers, when they get into a collision, they will immediately respawn and they are required to actually head straight into the first checkpoint to restart the lap. And that's
racers.
Fresh leading the pack. First
We'll have
tunnel.
to see who on which lobby is leading the race here.
Oh, my bad. That was actually the start and finish line. We have Fresh recording the first lap right now. Fastest lap currently recorded at 1 minute and 34 seconds. followed by Jacqueline at 1 minute 37 seconds, as well as Kobosa, 1 minute 39. Oh, ship destroyed.
Another ship destroyed just at the.
Oh dear.
Oh,
Looks like we have
Dirk's out
Dinus and
too.
Dirk.
Maybe a ship-to-ship collision there.
Yeah, something tells me it might be related. Got some nice camera angles here from Oleg line.
Oh, a lot of collisions, or not necessarily collisions, but ship destroyeds or collisions coming out at some of the checkpoints here. It looks like they're definitely racing a lot closer than they thought, or at least challenging each other over that preferred racing line.
Yeah, if you think about it, the vertical limits, the basically zones where they're supposed to pass through at every checkpoint, they're not exactly that wide either. So it can turn really risky really quickly. Based on the race timers that I'm seeing, not much changes in terms of top 3 positions. We still have Fresh leading, followed by Jacqueline and Kobosa.
Yeah, one person I personally was looking forward to keeping an eye on is a fight between Dirk and Fresh, but it looks like Dirk, with that destruction, has fallen all the way down to 12th position.
Alright, everything's clear so far, no incidents. Fingers crossed. Perhaps those who have... Oh, spoke too soon. We have a collision. Again, from Dennis.
And it looks like it's in the pit lane again, so I'm guessing that's right around the start-finish checkpoint. Probably the tightest turn, or the tightest area on this track without... when you have to worry about when you're going side by side, or even when it comes to another just English is hard for me today, crashing into buildings.
And also another ship collision around Winter Circle by Ecto Vector Bravo.
Amazing shot going through the start finish line by Oleg line there.
Nice zoom right there. Oh, Oleg. It's Oleg's turn. Oh dear.
It's the commentator's curse. Every time we talk about Oleg and how he's doing, he ends up crashing. It happens every race, but that's part of the fun.
Yeah, Oleg, I hope the risk pays worth it.
For now, and Oleg will be back in right away. This is Arena Commander, so it's not as heavy a consequence as the PU.
Looks like the gap between first and second is only 2 and a third seconds.
Yeah.
So there's definitely some time that can be made up either by Jacqueline or even Fresh to increase his lead.
Now I have 11 folks who have completed 3 laps now. Still not much change in terms of the top 3. Fastest lap still at a minute 34, I believe. Ship destroyed by Dirk.
Oh no. Another ship destruction by Dirk. That's unfortunate. It's gonna make put him back, set him back a little bit further.
Yeah.
Even though this is Arena Commander and you respawn really fast, it's still a very tedious process of losing time.
Yeah, also Echo, do correct me if I'm wrong, but technically they are supposed to clear checkpoint 1 after passing through the start and finish line before the laps counted. Is that the case?
That's right. So if they crash or have to rejoin the Arena Commander lobby, they need to go straight for checkpoint 1. And the race timers will be on the watch if they go over the start-finish line, because if they do that, the time will be messed up. So far it looks pretty clean. Sometimes we have timer errors, and if there are timer errors like you see a 5-second lap, because someone's illegally crossed the start-finish line when they shouldn't have, what happens is the race director will identify that as an incident, and they will not count their next lap and make sure that all of the lap counts are maintained in the race. So there's a lot of interesting contingencies in running a race like this.
We're now 8 minutes into the race. A couple
Looks
of
like
races
something might
finishing
have
4 laps now.
happened.
Oh,
There's you saw like 3 on the side there. There's a bunch of people joining. It's like they crashed or something.
oh yeah.
No incidents reported yet. Maybe it's just Arena Commander bug coming up. But yeah, another nice view from Oleg Lime chasing the Sabre.
Yeah, crashes won't stop him.
That's
Yeah,
another
Herbie for
benefit
punch.
of Arena Commander is the daytime is usually always set, so we get to always see the ship from a beautiful point of view. Whereas if this were a PU race that might start at nighttime, we might not get to see shots as beautiful as this. So
Neojet from
that's
Skyrim,
always
ship
lovely.
destroyed.
Fedical. His
Another
ship
ship
has been
destroyed.
destroyed too. Some not so so nice I guess racing going on. Not necessarily like bad racing style as in like just they looks like they can't get out of like a little rut that they keep on crashing. I know when I'm doing time trials and stuff, I usually crash 20 times before I get that perfect lap by trying to go extremely close to the buildings and to maximize the line that you're taking.
Oof, I think that line just popped again.
Exactly right. Oh no! That's alright. Oleg will be right back in immediately. And yeah, on racing and time trials versus multiplayer races like this, you can get really confident with time trials and you can have some of the fastest lap times, but it becomes a totally different game when you do community racing like this and you race with others. When you're racing beside others, you have to respect their space, not impede their line. There's regulations like that to make sure that the race is safer. As you saw at the grid start, we spaced them all out and make sure that, it's a formalized environment. And you also feel nerves when you're trying to chase others as well. Like, should you use boost on a straight or should you save it for that turn to try and get a little bit closer to the geometry and get that edge? It can be hard to tell, like your brain will go over so many different strategies when you're racing beside other people, and that is the real challenge of multiplayer racing.
There's an invalid lap from Gerbil the Gnome. Probably, could be, possibly because he rejoined at the wrong place.
And before that as well, we also have an incident reported with a ship destroyed by a Lord Utan. We are now seeing Leg 6 being completed. Again by Fresh001. Fresh has been pretty consistent so far.
Yeah, he still holds the fastest lap at 1 minute and 34 seconds too.
That is incredible, yeah. And I actually know that Sanguis Luna have been practicing for this race. They've been practicing all week. So it's really paying off here. And they got a good position at the start of the grid, which was randomized between the lobbies. And they're absolutely capitalizing on that, which is just awesome.
Rikki-Tikki's just registered a
Beautiful
ship
shot from
destroyed.
Oleg. Get back in there, Rikki-Tikki. It's Arena Commander. We can just respawn very quickly and get back into the race.
So the first couple of laps down, chat, who do you think is going to take the lead? Will it be Fresh? Will it be Jacketin? Or maybe it'll be somebody from the other lobby. Let us know.
Yeah.
Who you're
Let's
cheering
go!
for.
Exactly, Lens.
Between Fresh
and
and Jacketin, this is 3 seconds
what we can
difference.
tell... Yeah, so we've got
Ship
Sanguis
destroyed.
Luna. They're piling up the
Dreadnought.
front. Yep. And Dreadnought destroyed there. We've also got Jellyheadmaid, who's a top racer, and Speedweed as well. Not far behind the Sanguis Luna racing teams. So it's still anyone's game. There's another 16 minutes left in the race, so we're almost at the halfway point. Yeah, a lot can happen in that time.
There's one of the checkpoints on camera between 2 billboards. Oh, incoming incident or Dito with the ship destroyed.
Just looking at some of the fastest laps that have been put down, it looks like Dirk might be catching back up here. His fastest lap being 1 minute and 38 seconds. We got DNF coming in from Gerbil the Gnome. That's unfortunate.
Hopefully that doesn't mean that their client has crashed or something like that. And that can usually be the reason of a DNF. But Arena Commander has the ability to rejoin the lobbies, so we encourage racers to give that a go before they fully give up. Arena Commander is quite good like that. Rejoining on lobbies, respawning really quickly, means you can get back into the fight in such a short race. We're coming up on the halfway point now. 15 more minutes left to go in the race. Good luck, everyone.
Here's a cheeky quote by Lance Nations in chat. I'm not racing as I'm busy, but I can totally say that I would have won this race. And off with that mic drop.
Yeah, and runs away from the stage. Looks like the gap in between Fresh 001 and Jacketin has not grown or become smaller. It's still about... Oh, actually, no, it has become smaller. It's like 1 9/10 of a second.
Really close, really close. Makes me wonder if they're actually formation flying as a team.
Here's a view of Jacket, and we will
Oh,
be
there we
able
go.
to see if maybe... Oh, never mind. It seems like a lot closer, but maybe...
Oh, what a close call right there. Never ship
Maybe
destroyed
just-
by Neojet in the other lobby.
Hang in there, Neo. Get back into it.
Oh, my apologies. I was saying that it's their last lap time was only a second and 9/10 of a second off. Their actual crossing time, Jacketin looks about 20 seconds behind Fresh.
Oh, looks like we have a
Overall.
change in the top 3 positions now. Soap 1 is currently in 3rd place.
Let's
and it also
go.
looks
And Jelly
like
looks
Jelly,
like he's climbing the ladder as well.
for
Yeah.
sure, Jelly.
Oh,
Incredible.
now we see some fun. Yeah. A lot of things can happen in this race, especially past the halfway point. So
That's it,
every
if
minor
racers
mistake
push
could potentially
themselves
pile
too
up.
hard and crash like is happening here, then they might get too close to the geometry. We're watching Oleg there following this racer here. We don't know their name, but they look like they're right up against that pillar, trying to scrape as much time as possible, but it's such a high risk to do so. Actually brilliant to watch. That was incredible.
Yes, as with any race activity, the risk comes with the rewards. Also, I think there was an incident a couple of seconds ago with Speedweed registering a ship destroyed.
Yeah, we're gonna be watching here. This is an endurance race, so it's not only endurance of your ship, it's endurance of the your arena commander client. Hopefully, it doesn't come into effect as much as it has in the past.
We're now seeing lap 10 being done right now.
Yeah, it also looks like possibly a close race in between Bolsa and Herbie. They're crossing within 2 seconds of each other for 6th and 7th place.
Here, there's one Peregrine going through the tunnel. Looks like the sun is setting around Venus Circle right now.
Thankfully the sun moves very slow. This planet's very big. We're actually on LS3 right now. This planet is called green, like the color green, like green grass. Yeah, we'll see it one day in the verse. It's kind of interesting. Arena Commander is home to a number of new maps, and I can tell you another one that's coming in 324.2, which just went wave 1 today. The Good Doctor map was added, and that uses it's not the Ella system, it's the Layer system. It's Layer 2, which is adjacent to Layer 3. So if you know the sandworms, the Good Doctor map is adjacent to the sandworm planet, which is, I just find interesting. But yeah, green on LS3 is home to the Murray Cup, which is CIG's official race. So this is what the official racetrack will look like, the planet that we eventually get in the PU.
Yeah, it's probably someplace I'm going to hopefully be able to call my home when it ends up by coming out. Just sit there with my 350R.
I know us racers will have a base out here. We'll want a garage and to be near all the racetracks. It's going to be so cool.
Yeah, I hope we end up by being able to do things a little bit Formula 1 style, where like you'll have all the racers pulling in to these new race tracks. You can do like a warm up kind of broadcast where you see everybody's flying their big ships, their big support ships in, and then all them setting up all their race cars and stuff like that. It'd be amazing just to kind of.
I really want to see that too, and that is where community racing is going. Like we have the Crux Cup.
Oh, that crashed.
We have
no.
Scarlet Apex. Oh no! Let's get some LMDFUs in there. There we go. Yeah, these community races will be the home to basically a moving caravan of players and orgs that set up Formula 1 style racetracks, whether that's non-combat racing or combat racing, because we'll go to lower systems like Pyro too. That will absolutely happen in the near future, so stay tuned for that.
We have a ship destroyed coming in from Fedical. Ardito, other incidents did not finish.
Have another DNF.
Could be another client crash.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Gerbil the
Hopefully
Gnome
it's
hasn't
okay.
been
You can
able
get back
to.
in.
It looks like Gerbil the Gnome has unfortunately not been able to get back in quite yet. you know, sometimes the best part of a race is saying you finished it. So hopefully they can get back in and at least
Exactly.
finish the race.
Participating
Yeah.
is half the battle, and Star Citizen will just be Star Citizen some days, and it's just how it is. It's unfortunate, but thank you so much for coming to all the races, giving this a really good shot today.
Thank you for all you guys out there watching us. It makes us want to actually do this more often.
Yeah.
People are interested in it, and if you want to join, feel free. You can look at all the events in between XGR, SCR, and ANZIA Racing. We all host racing events, and sometimes we host racing events together.
Amazing bunch of folks to hang out with. You don't have to be a professional racer to join ANZIA Racing. I myself, I'm considered to be a noob, even after a year. But these folks have been amazing nonetheless. I learned so much from them when it comes to racing.
A long time ago, and one guy told me the only difference in between a professional and an amateur is one makes money. Just because you're new at racing doesn't mean you're not going to be good at it. That's what.
Oh, it seems Gerbo has issues trying to summon the Peregrine. Not too sure why is that so. But it looks like Gerbo has officially declared DNF. Will not be able to finish this race, unfortunately. Yeah, this is one unfortunate thing. Yeah. It's an alpha. Yeah, now seeing lap 13 being completed right now. And we still have Fresh leading in the ranks, followed by Jacqueline and Swap1. Nothing has changed in the top 3 standings yet.
So it looks like we have a little bit of a desynced start in between the two lobbies, which after the race finishes we'll figure out exactly how much time was desynced when it was, and then we'll shuffle positions as it is. Roughly right now it seems to be
like we
about
got
6 seconds.
6 seconds at the moment. Yeah. So what we're gonna do to try and resync the lobbies, and hopefully Race Direction is okay with us, we've just suggested it to them. They'll count 6 seconds out from the ANZIA lobby and set that as the new finish line of the race.
Oh yeah, Oleg just wiped the floor.
Oleg doing his best to provide us cinematic point of views, but you know, you can't see all the geometry when you're doing that. We appreciate you, Oleg, for providing us such amazing views.
So far with that 6 second delay, it looks like it's going to be actually really close in between Soap 1 and Jellyhead Maid for that 3rd place. Other than that, it looks like Fresh has pretty much taken a really good lead there. We should see Jacqueline coming around the corner. Oh, there he is, just for his 13th lap. He is about 28 seconds behind Fresh. Fresh has a good lead. He's doing some Max Verstappen roleplay, being way out in front of the pack, doing it, keeping it nice and safe. He pretty much has this down as long as he keeps it safe and doesn't crash, because that, depending on where if he blows up or crashes, it could set him behind Jacqueline.
Yeah.
Amazing shot of that Peregrine going inches away from that side of the building.
We're less than 5 minutes till the conclusion of this race. We'll be seeing the white flag being flown shortly.
Also, some of the key features of the Peregrine that we haven't seen on any other ships is that it has a dedicated like boost engine intake. I'm not too sure what that. I can't remember exactly what it is, but it's supposed to help it go faster. And something to differentiate it from something like the only other dedicated racing ship being the Fury LX is that it has a big blind spot underneath it. As you can't look under your feet to see what's underneath you. So that's why you'll see a lot of the racers rolling from side to side so they can keep whatever obstacle they're approaching right above them, so when they turn into it, they can see how close they are getting to it. Jacketin just crossing the line again. He looks like he's shaved 2 seconds off of Fresh's lead over him. Looks like Jellyhead actually making up a lot of time against Soap 1. That third place position very much could be his.
Oh yeah, just about a second difference. Really close. They're definitely gonna fight neck. Oh, they're actually from different lobbies though.
Yeah.
So they won't know.
That's why we won't necessarily know until we go back and see exactly how much different delay there is. But yeah, it's going to be really close.
Fresh is still maintaining a pretty heavy lead of 30 seconds. Oops, ship destroyed coming in from AC3 Nightmare. AC3 Nightmare will be forced to repeat the checkpoint once again.
Looks like our fastest lap still is Fresh's first lap at 1 minute and 34 seconds. Second closest fastest lap is going to be Dirk with, oh no, correction. It will be second. Oh, there's the checkered flag. So,
oh, that was quick.
All
right. So we have the interim results in, with Fresh taking first place.
I think that's a pretty secured first place there. Nobody else is quite as close as our estimated delay is. Going to be interesting to see where Jelly, Headmaid, and Soap 1 finish.
Yeah, now we're at the stage of the checkered flag. All racers who are still at their current laps will be required to finish the laps if they can. And then marks the end of their race session.
Yeah, that finish came fast. I'm used to broadcasting all these 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
1 hour ones.
Stop wants to hear it at the barrel roll.
Yeah. It looks like Jellyhead made at the last second got third position.
There we go. So the results sorting
delay.
themselves out. They managed to get a lap ahead. Yeah. So that's quite good at the end. That's even more pronounced and clear. That should be pretty much close to the final results. We'll see. We'll just let everyone finish now, and then we'll go over the results together.
Oh, that was a hard landing there. What's going on?
Little bumping. Well, if I remember correctly, the landing pads don't quite have gravity in Arena Commander.
Oh yeah, they don't.
So it's
pretty
just
jank.
a nice. They're playing curling on the a little bit of shuffleboard and curling mix there.
Oh, looks like someone had a bit too much fun and lost one wing right there.
So with the unfortunate DNF of Ordito and Gerbil the Gnome, it looks like everybody has finished at least 10 laps, which is nice. Fastest lap going to Fresh 001, second fastest going to Jacketin, and third fastest going to Dirk.
What are they doing now? Are they testing hull strength of the Peregrine?
They
How
could
many bumps
be.
does it take to blow up?
I'll be doing a group photo after the race. We're going to have a look at the results of the race now. Frozen, could you read it out for us?
Let's take a look. So here are your official results. We have Fresh 001 completing 15 laps representing Sungrace Luna, followed by Jacodine, also from Sungrace Luna, completing 15 laps, taking second place. And with that close shave, Jolly Hit Mate stealing the third position at 15 laps as well from Sungrace Luna, flying in the other XGR lobby. And reading down the list, we have Swept 1, Colvosa, Herbie, Nox Vardine, and DJT Geek. Then we have Doug, Lodutan, Commander Tenna, Echo Vector Bravo, IQSS, Speedweed, MID Raptor 95, Neojet, AC3 Nightmare, Dinas, Ricky Dicky, last but not least, Feathercall. So, of all these races, they have actually completed 10 to 15 laps. Pretty impressive. Nice show from every single one of them races. Job well done.
And a good introduction
Well
to
done,
the
races.
Peregrine into the official competitive racing. So that's it for this race
I would,
here today.
Yeah,
Go ahead, Deco.
that's it. Yeah, so just thank you to all the races that came today. We're going to close things out now. We hope you enjoyed the Ignition Expo featuring the Sabre Peregrine in collaboration with CIG, with SCR.GG, with ANZIA and XGL working together to host you these custom lobbies. And thank you to all the racers that signed up and participated today. Congratulations to the winning teams. And thank you, Frozen and Mav, for coming to commentate this crazy event.
Thanks for having
none
us
of
as
which
well.
is possible without you, so thank you both. I hope to see you in the next race. Any last words before we close out and read out to someone?
No, it was great having everybody here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for participating to all those racers.
Yeah, folks,
Have a good
and
one.
wherever you're tuning in from, have an amazing morning, afternoon, or evening. And we'll see you in the next event.
We love you very much, and is it race day yet? See you at the next one.
Going up to the 16th floor, I just need a little more. Rocking out to Lorna Shore, making the things swing back and forth. Look at us, we're out of sorts. Thank God we're not keeping score. Losing our mind to cannibal corpse, making that thing swing back and forth.